welcome yet again to another episode of Learning Violin with Lulu. It's me, Lulu, obviously, and my violin, Bob. And today, we're going to be teaching you something new. But before we start, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of our videos once you drop it out. From the daddy-daughter moments, learning my show, Learning Violin with Lulu, and learning languages with Lulu, so you don't get to miss any of our videos. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And also on Facebook, we have a show, so you can go and check it out every single Sunday. And you can check it out in Facebook. Today we'll be talking about scales, mostly the D major scale. So if you want to get your violin, you can go ahead and do it right now, and we can start. Go ahead and take your violin and let's hold it. Got your bow, and let's begin. So the first scale that I ever learned when I was a violin beginner was the D major scale, which is pretty much do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If you have done music before, you already know that scale. So we can play it on the violin like this. Again, you can try it now. Now, if you remember from our French folk song, remember that we had an ending that had the scale. So it went. If you haven't checked it out, you can go ahead and check it out in my playing the violin video, or the video from 2 weeks ago. So, if you can remember from that video, we talked about how to play it, and we also talked about the notes. So we remember that it went D, C, G, fish, not F, fish. So we can go ahead and start right now, remember? So that's the D major scale. So let's go ahead and start it right now. The notes for the D major scale are pretty simple. So we have to start with the first one, D, and then E, and then fish, not F, fish, D, A, B, fish, D, B, C, D, So let's start all over again. Let's begin. Let's start. Let's do it again. Back. Back. There you go. I'm going to give you one, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to see what we learned from our last week. If you remember from last week, I gave you a homework to learn how to play the Ode to Joy by Beethoven. So we're going to take this time to play it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So if you've mastered it, good job, you did your practice. And if you have not, that's okay. We can keep on practicing and practicing and practicing. So now let's go back to what we were doing. We're gonna go back to learn about the D major scale. So let's do it one last time. Good job, everybody. I'm so proud of you. So this is how you're gonna learn how to play the D major scale. So another one thing, what I usually do is the D major scale can also be transferred as the A major scale, because you know there's A and then there's E. Ready to do it? Let's try it. There you go. Let's try it one last time. Wait, but before we start, I have one question for you. Do you know why this is called the D major instead of the D minor scale? The D major scale is higher than the D minor scale. So the D major scale has sharps, unlike the D minor scale, which does not have any sharps. So I'm going to teach you that next week about the D minor scale, but basically D major scale has sharps and D minor scale does not have sharps. So instead of using the, you're going to use a, see? So that way it's F, not fish. Fish, but not F. So, like for example, also when it goes to the C string, it's still the same, the A string is still the same thing. It's C-sh, but not C. C is a whole entire different note. It was confusing at first to me, but that's why I taught you about the fish thing. Because you know that F is right over here, and fish is right over here, and F is right over here. That way you don't get confused when you're starting to play. So, at this time, I'm going to tell you something we're going to be doing from now on. When you start now, we're going to be learning how to do our warm-ups, because warm-ups are really important. So, we're going to be doing the A warm-up, the open strings warm-up, so we get to learn how to play our techniques.